Hi, this is Trinity, and this is part two why I feel mental hospitals don't help, and unless it's an extremely severe case. Okay, um, here's why I get really frustrated when people say, "Oh, your daughter's suicidal. Why don't you just get her put in the hospital?" I'm so sick of hearing those words. Here is why. Okay. See, I don't want to call and even try to have her put in the hospital because I know the cops aren't going to want to take her. They won't arrest her when she breaks the law because they want to have compassion for her mental illness. The police, they don't want a 5150 in her anymore because they know she's going to get out in a day or two and she's going to come back even angrier. And there's this revolving door. There's not like mental hospitals. There's not like people are getting long-term, care in a hospital. I mean, unless you are severely, severely mentally ill, or you're Britney Spears, okay? Like, average people don't have that kind of experience. Obviously, there's a lot of people that have something to gain by containing Britney Spears, and I feel for the woman. Yeah, free Britney. So, that is an exception. The average experience of mental hospitals is something completely different. It's this revolving door that just kind of reinforces a lot of negativity. It causes trauma, in my opinion. I mean, getting an accurate diagnosis in a mental hospital. Okay, here's when I was hospitalized in 2002. They saw me, they observed me on the cameras in the day room at 3 a.m. doing yoga. Yeah, I was exercising in the day room while everybody else is sleeping. And what the camera didn't see, they labeled me bipolar then. And what the camera didn't see is that right before that, like 2 a.m., there was another patient that was admitted, and she came into the room that I was sleeping in, and she was hysterically crying. So, of course, she woke me up. And, I'm a caring person. I get up and I ask her, what's going on? I want to hear your story. And she tells me that, her husband was physically abusive and that her 4 children were taken by CPS. She's hysterical. Of course she's hysterical. And I turn into domestic violence counselor mode because I used to work in a domestic violence shelter. And I'm trying to tell her, when you get a chance to talk to the counselors, when you get your opportunity, you need to express these things and try to get a referral to go to Weave. That was that local domestic violence shelter program where they may have been able to help her get her kids back. There's resources for her, and I wanted her to know that. And then I needed to leave the room because it was the middle of the night, and I was there in the hospital to take care of myself. I self-admitted myself. So that experience really taught me that what people see in mental hospitals isn't the full picture. That's not a long-term solution to mental health at all. There's this whole backwards mental health system where we're just barely able to service the needs of the extremely mentally ill, and not in a good way, in an institutional way that's completely traumatizing. It's so backwards, and there needs to be services and community centered programs that I've been to some programs that taught life skills, all kinds of different self-help type of classes, yoga classes, how to people that are having mental health issues and trouble getting work, help getting work, like a little computer center where you can get on a computer if you don't have computer access. They should have these kind of community services in every damn community, providing mental health for everyone. Not just, the most needy. the system obviously has resources and funding to do things, and it's so ass backwards that they're throwing money and nothing is sticking to anybody. Everybody's getting harmed. There has to be a different way to approach mental health. And yeah, I just want to see a completely different model that is focused on the health and well-being of the whole community. Because if you take it from that perspective, instead of this individual of we're just going to treat the people that are going to kill themselves because, as a society, we can't let people kill themselves. That's what it feels like the model is. It's like we just only have the capacity at this time to attempt to keep people from just checking out. It's like, I know that there's more, but that really requires that people be willing to do therapy, to work on themselves. And the problem with mental illness is not everybody has the awareness, self-awareness to participate in therapy. And if you're mentally ill and you're not wanting to participate in your recovery, that is a different thing. And I'll go deeper into that later because, yeah, okay.